Good morning, campers.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Two.
Return to Curse of Strahd.
Perfect.
Who would like to tell us what happened last time?
The lightning struck a pond and Yim almost died.
That is an event that happened.
We rescued
Okay.
Irina.
I think I know what happened last time.
We had a kid resurrect from the grave. We had a nice party, and now we're escorting some lady to a town to collect a wedding dress for a woman that is supposed to be Strahd's wife that is stitched together from a bunch of bodies.
Where did he get the bodies? Did we ever ask him?
No.
No, we didn't.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. Didn't we leave the winery with the wine shipment? We got all the way to Kresk, and then we entered Kresk, and then immediately she ran off to the pond, and we all chased, and we almost stopped her from going into the pond. And when she went into the pond, she became part of the pond with her past lover or something. And then we were like, oh, okay. And then the guard people were like, Strahd boomed in the clouds and took us to the mayor's house after some talk. Then we were able to go up to the monastery on the hill where we met a celestial person who was keeping all these monster people alive and stuff, and making a life for Strahd. We went down back to the mayor's house where the celestial followed us pretty much, and then resurrected their dead child so that they didn't have a lost heir. And then we were like, oh wow, okay. And then the mayor's like, okay, I'm not angry at you guys anymore. And then we're like, oh cool. And so we're like, hey, we can escort your wife to Barovia so we can see the fate of Barovia. What happened after we left?
Valak.
Yeah.
Or not
Valaki,
Barovia,
Valaki.
Valaki is what I meant. But yeah, is that a good summary? I think that's a good summary.
That pretty much sums it up.
We were just about to leave.
The abbot had asked for a wedding dress, and you were escorting the lady to get one.
Yes.
Yep.
The lady is isn't she the mother of the kid who was brought back to life?
Indeed.
Yes, that's the one we're escorting.
Yes.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Bear, or whatever his name. I don't remember. His wife.
I did not have it all pulled up, even though I should.
Siegfried Bellevue.
I wonder if there was more that we could have learned
Oh.
from Isaac.
There they are.
Ah!
Nice.
Baron
Kreskov!
Kreskov and Baroness Kreskova.
Oh, okay.
They look like a friendly
Cool.
bunch. And knowing that she wields an axe makes me feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a wooden stake.
In the
He's doing.
In the morning, you all wake up. There's some guards entering the home. The wife herself has a axe on her back. A large stake strapped to her belt. As well as a decent-sized pouch.
So it seems like we're leaving. Like
She'll
right
look-
now.
She'll look to you and says, "It's time to go."
Alright, gather right
Alright.
here and let's go.
Being an elf, Kark's been up for 4 hours, impatiently waiting for hopefully, crap, what's his name?
Ismark?
Yeah, impatiently waiting for Ismark to wake up so we can get some training in, but it's too late. He really, really wants to train with that guy.
Yep. Ismark gets up, seems to still be a bit groggy and down from the previous day's happenings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him a pat on the back. Alright, we should probably get going.
Yeah, he'll give you a small smile.
Yep. Belther's gonna get up. He's like, alright, let's go.
The tiefling will follow as long as he keeps his hood down.
You make your way outside to where you see the guards have a cart hooked up to an ox. Not a very big cart. It only has what looks to be a few provisions in it. The guards lend a hand to Lady Kreskova. I forgot her name already.
Kreskova?
Kreskova.
Yes.
Lends a hand to her to help her onto the seat of the wagon, and then gets ready to walk alongside it.
Kark looks, is there only room for like one person in there?
It's a very small cart.
Kark will go to walk too.
The tiefling will walk.
Walk. Let her sit. She is a baroness after all.
Is she bringing her son with her?
She's not. The son will be staying,
Okay.
where it is slightly safer rather than outside.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Kark, would you make me a wisdom save minus 15, please?
Yeah, of course.
Holy crap.
Was it minus 20 last time?
I don't know, was it?
I feel like I just remember it being ridiculous. So that minus 15, so -1.
-1. Perfect. You make your way. It takes about an hour and 20 minutes before you see... Or it takes about 2 hours, sorry, before you see the city gates. To your right, just slightly up ahead, you can notice the pathway that leads down to the Vistani camp. Were you planning to try to go all the way to town, or were you going around the town?
Did we need to go to Valaki, or were we going somewhere else?
Well, we specifically didn't need to go into Valaki.
Can we see like plumes of smoke or anything coming out from over it?
You see several plumes of smoke, however, no more than the average house.
Okay, so it's like
good.
not like burning house smoke.
No, more of fires, like a fireplace smoke where they're cooking.
Well, I don't see any reason we should go back there.
Yeah, I
I don't
I
even know what
agree.
the deal with Valaki is up, so I'll just stick with you guys.
Last time we were there, a bunch of vampires killed everybody in the church, and it was a terrible sight. I didn't see it. Belthor saw it.
It was not a pretty sight.
And Belthor and Yim broke into a inn.
We lost a very important ally
Broken.
by annoying them.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We just need to go visit Madame Eva.
Or was it that we were going to get the gown again?
Valaki has the gown.
Oh, so we do have to go to Valaki.
The Baroness has to go to Valaki. Never said you had to go with her.
I don't know if we should send her into Valaki alone.
The bard will go in with her.
Oh, well, okay. If he's going, then I'm going.
Never split the party. Belthor's going to.
All right. So
And I assume Yim follows suit.
you continue as the wagon pulls ahead. As you get closer to the gates, you notice that they are wide open, with nobody seeming to be standing to block entrance.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, that's not a good sign.
Is this some sort of insight check I can make to be like, okay, this is a bad idea.
If you'd like.
I will try. Ooh.
You remember there being guards on the other side. Yim also remembers there being guards on the other side, the other gate.
There were guards on the other side.
Yeah, there was.
I'm sorry, Baroness.
For a second. You're back.
Baroness, do you know if the gown has to be from Valaki?
No other place would make gowns.
That's true. It's true.
Of course.
And also, David, there seems to be a slight echo coming from your end.
Oh, really? Alright, let me do a thing. Turn my volume down. Should be better now.
Hello. Yes, I do not hear it.
Perfect.
Very nice. Kirk will kind of rub his temples a bit. Look at Valaki. What time of day is it?
2 hours from morning, from daybreak, so
So
probably
we're-
around 8 or 9.
Okay. Let's just make it quick. I don't know if anything here knows that we're. I don't think anything's particularly out to get us right now.
I don't think so either.
Nothing mail list.
So long as we get in there and get out quickly with the gown, I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
Did the Baroness hear us talking about what happened at Valaki last time?
I don't think you informed them.
Okay. Because we were just talking about it.
Oh, no, I think you slided back a little bit so you all could all talk amongst yourselves, I would imagine.
Makes sense.
Yeah, probably.
Kark will go forward and be like, alright, Baroness, there is something we need to say about Valaki. Last time we were here, the town was in a bit of a mess. I'm not sure how safe it will be.
Well, there's no other choice, is there?
I wouldn't think so. I'm just making sure that you're aware that we don't get, caught off guard.
I don't suppose you know where to get a dress within a week.
No, I'm not saying we go anywhere else. I'm just saying be on your guard here.
All right. And so you continue on to the city.
Yep.
Is there any signs of life?
You get to the town. Drag you all up here. I need an Otamai token.
Token.
He's giant!
Oh, I missed it. Dang it.
Now he's just large.
His health bar is huge. Oh, it's gone. That's better. Now he's just a regular large creature.
Not large on my end.
Oh, there you go. Now he's about the same.
All right. We'll just say the wagon is with you guys.
Fantastic.
In we
Go
go.
through the gates.
So-
Through the gates.
Are these like farmhouses?
They seem to be more of like the more poorer houses that just couldn't fit in the city.
Is there any like moving about in there or like any signs of life?
It does not. They seem to be in the same state as the Barovian houses are,
Oh,
where
well then.
everything is boarded up and destroyed.
Good.
Or were, I should say were. You haven't been there in quite some time.
Were these buildings in this state when we had left?
You didn't take this road before.
Oh, that's a good point.
You had gone through this downward road here and gone up this way and left that
I
way.
forgot about that.
We've never been through this gate.
Nope.
Well,
In
let's
we go.
Let's go in.
Kark will ask the Baroness, do you know where we're going to get the gown here?
Well, there's a few seamstresses that I can think of if they're still here.
Oh, so the gown hasn't been made yet. I suppose that makes sense.
Maybe it has.
Kark's nervous because he doesn't know if there's going to be anybody alive here anymore.
Well, there is some smoke.
So you're just outside the gate, and you're walking along. You can see through the gate at this point, and you do see there are a few souls walking through the streets, not nearly as chipper or happy, even falsely, as they used to be.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Keep going.
Making your way into the city proper, you find that it is fairly desolate. Only a few people ever pass you at once.
is it starting to look more like Barovia?
Kind of. The buildings are still in much better repair, except for one in the distance here that you can see Seems to be more of a pile of rubble with a large fence and a cemetery next to it.
Oh, the church is a rubble place now. Hooray.
It burned down.
Oh,
Builder turns around and nods at Yim.
Kark, like, as he instinctively tries to fake a smile as he comes into this area and then realizes that he probably doesn't have to anymore.
Belton's gonna try to stop one of the passerbys.
Oh, even before you were able to approach any of them, when you get within like 20 feet, they'll notice you and sort of turn the other way and just start walking away. If you
Can I
speed
try
up at all,
to-
they will speed up to run away from you.
Can I try to insight to see if it's against us specifically or if they're just trying to get away from anybody?
You can attempt.
Hey.
Ooh.
That's a good insight.
Wow.
They seem to look at you, eyes fill with recognition, then they run away.
Oh, great. Kark
Okay.
turns to everybody's like, okay, yeah, they know of us. I guess we are a target here.
That's not.
Let me try it, guys. Let me go see if everything's okay.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
They
sure. You go ahead. Belton pushes you ahead.
They don't know that you're with us, and perhaps you should go with the Baroness. Grab what we need.
It'll probably be better that we aren't there.
I think that's a good idea.
He nods.
And if you get the chance, maybe ask if what's going on with the burgomaster here.
Okay.
How are you doing this, Osamai? What are you doing?
So I will accompany the Baroness. I believe they're going to stay here by the door.
And how are you dressed?
I am dressed in my common clothes with Yim's cloak on and his hood pulled over my head.
There you go. So you make your way along with the Baroness. The people still seem to turn away, but not quite as soon. They're more as if giving you a wide berth rather than completely avoiding you.
Kark will wait
I'm
outside
sorry.
the walls.
I have no clue where we're heading, so.
The Baroness just keeps going down along the road. She kind of looks solemnly at where the church once was. I wonder exactly what happened.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
However, as you get closer, you notice large amounts of blood, dried blood on the ground and infused into the dirt, right in front of the entrance.
Something not good. That's all I can tell you. So how far forward do you think we are? Is that better?
She nods in shock and then suggests leaving the road enough to go around the blood rather than go through it.
I will agree, and we will do so.
All right, and you continue to make your way.
Do I get close enough to any of the people here to stop them for a sec?
You'd have to intentionally go after somebody, but you could do that fairly easily.
Okay, I will do so, and I will go up to, let's say, the nearest adult and ask, what kind of state is your burgomaster in?
The man sort of gives you a strange look. Out of town, are you?
What was that?
Out of town, are you?
Yes, I am from out of town.
Burgomaster was lynched.
That doesn't sound good.
Turns out he was consulting with Strahd.
Yeah, that really isn't good, is it?
Yeah, he let the Strahd take out the church and everyone in it.
So is he being held prisoner somewhere, or is he dead?
Did you hear me? Lynched.
He was lynched. I don't quite understand the term lynched. I'm sorry, I don't know what it means.
We
How
strung
long-
him up from the nearest tree. He's dead.
Okay, thank you. And I will leave him to go along his way.
He continues to stare at you, a slight anger to his eyes, and then he just shakes his head and keeps walking where he's going.
Okay.
Oh,
And
man.
I will continue along with the Duchess or Baroness, sorry. And we will
Dang, he
Go
was my
to him.
friend.
He was cool this time.
Well, it's because you didn't try to murder him this time.
We weren't.
Yeah.
We weren't paid to murder him this time.
I don't think you ever got paid last time either.
Okay, there was
No.
incentive though.
You gonna get paid?
I think she said she would pay you, but you guys did not receive the payment.
Yeah, because we had to run.
All right, so you continue along your way. Eventually, you get further in. You pass what looks to be a tavern. Oops. And then you start headed down this road, which seems to, as you keep going, seems to have more and more shops.
Okay. So there is a market in this town, which there should be a market in every town.
Yes, these shops, however, while they seem like they were once beautiful, have very recently been very marred.
Yay. Fun, joy times.
Making your way to the town square, you can look over and see gallows, in which the two naked corpses, one of a larger fat man and a very skinny looking woman,
Aw.
are sat in them.
I'm guessing that would be the burgomaster and the old baroness. Okay.
Good guess.
Yeah, pretty good guess. I'm glad I'm not there because Kark would be very, very upset.
Well, do you know where the town is, Baroness? Where your seamstress is, Baroness?
The Baroness is sort of looking at the bodies with slight worry. Maybe it's best if you don't call me that here.
What should I call you then?
Kriskova would be plenty.
Kriskova?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kriskova.
Kriskova. I will remember that. I will call you Kriskova with a Z.
If I remember correctly, there's a shop up ahead. We're almost there.
Alrighty. Take me on.
You make your way to the shop, and this shop seems to be one of the better looking ones, but still very recently marred.
Okay.
Would
you like me to head in first, or are you okay?
Oh, I think I can manage.
Okay. I will still grab the door and hold it for her.
What's a gentleman?
It is my pleasure.
She makes her way inside. A guard will follow her. Are you also going in?
Yeah, I'll follow in, but I'll stay by the door.
All right. Well, the Baroness walks up to the lady that's there. She seems to be measuring a mannequin. The shop seems to still be in use, with a dress or two still on the mannequins themselves.
Okay.
The Baroness will walk up and ask. I'm not going to do this entire thing. The Baroness will ask for a dress. The seamstress will let her know that within a week would be impossible.
I would never be able to do that.
But then mentions that the burgomaster's wife had a dress in her closet that she never that was hers, but she never wore again, but never deigned to sell or get rid of it.
Perhaps she'll loan it.
Except the burgomaster's wife is dead.
Well,
Well, she doesn't have a choice then.
It's time for this bard to go rogue and start stealthy stealing stuff from houses.
We're stealing from a dead woman?
Yes, it's the quickest way to bring on a curse, but it's what we need to get.
The Baroness will ask if the seamstress knows what happened to the dress, and the seamstress will return that she knows not the state of any of the burgomaster's possessions since they were killed and their house was destroyed.
Oh.
Oh.
I might be still there.
Do you
It
say
might
that?
just be in the rubble. I will whisper it to my Baroness. Yes.
She'll nod
So-
to you in approval.
Okay. I will. I don't know how to get directions here. I guess I'll just go out the door. I'll
Mhm.
tell her I'll meet her by the others in a couple of hours.
Okay.
And I will go out the doors and track down the nearest person.
All right. So the
I
nearest person will be a huddled group of 5. They seem to be whispering to each other.
I will approach and ask. Say, I am sorry, but I am from out of town. I am looking for the burgomaster's house.
They all glare at you. What do you
I
want?
will. Sorry, go for it.
What do you want?
I'm looking for the burgomaster's house.
And why would you want that?
I'm looking for him. He owes me a great bounty, and I would like to collect.
Some of their faces soften a little bit in almost a humorous way. Well, ask him yourself, and he'll point towards the. I called them gallows before, but they're not gallows. They're the stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. So they hung them, then put them in the stocks?
They hung them from a tree, based on what the man said, and now they are in stocks.
Dang.
Ooh.
Is he still alive?
Been dead for like 3 days.
Zoom
Okay,
into
then I
a
will ask
flighty
you again. Where is his house?
Doesn't exist anymore.
Then where is its rubble? I will share with you a portion of what I find if you tell me where the rubble is.
I don't want anything you find. I've heard people went mad trying to go through that rubble.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Follow this street here. You'll find the rubble. And he points this way.
I thank him, and I will follow the street.
I wonder what happened to Isaac.
Follow- Following the street takes you up to this large block of rubble.
Something tells me Isaac wouldn't be happy about what happened to his dad.
No. I mean, we never not.
I'm gonna look around. Is there anyone like following me?
Doesn't seem to be.
Seems very different than there isn't. I will start searching through the rubble. And yeah, what do you want me to roll?
Investigation, please.
Investigation. Give me a good one. That's not a good one.
Trying to sift through all of the crap, you find an interesting amount of pieces of furniture. What was once a chair. You find a large bear head trophy, half burnt.
Okay, so that means I'm in the living room area, which means I will cross to the other side of the house. We'll say about over here.
Based on the amount of rubble, you'd say the house had about 3 floors.
So it could be anywhere. And yeah, I'll just move over here and search again.
All right.
He does have a few hours. He did say he'd look for a couple hours.
Yeah, each investigation's going to take you about an hour.
Oh.
12, you're able to find a large-looking mirror. Very beautiful and very much intact.
Okay, I'm in about the right area. Or this is a guest room, and I'm searching again in the completely wrong area. I will give it one more investigation before I go back and report to everyone else.
All right. I'd like a quick wisdom as well, please.
A quick wisdom. Okay.
Oof. Hey!
Nice.
I will say once more, the mirror is intact. Glass not cracked nor broken in any form or fashion.
It was saved.
Based on its location, You would assume it was on one of the higher floors.
It should have broken. It's a magic mirror.
With your 10 investigation, however, you can see nearby where the mirror was is the sleeve of a dress, white in make and lacy.
I will grab it and gently pull it out. And try to uncover it and stuff.
You pull out a sleeve, the edges burned. You're not sure much of the dress survived the fire.
No, I'm not. Wouldn't hurt to find the rest of it, though. Okay, I will. Let's see. Do I have anything to put here that I could use as a marker?
In what way?
Something that I can put down here to note that this is where I found the dress.
You could leave the mirror, however, very large, very beautiful.
I'm
might
not
not
leaving
be
that
there.
mirror behind.
Yeah, might not be there when you get back. At the same time, this mirror is, again, very large. It's a body mirror, much larger than you.
You could probably grab it and sneak through the back roads.
Yeah, and it will only take me half as long. I will grab the mirror and just remember where everything is and head through the back roads back to the camp where we're all at by the door.
All right. You attempt to commit the place to memory and make your way around. As you're making your way around, you see another gate here that leads outside if you want to take that, or if you just want to make your way along the wall. Up to you.
We'll do wall.
Inside or outside?
Outside, just outside.
So you go outside the wall.
Yep.
All right. And you make your way around. You find no opposition. These guys are probably over here a bit.
Do we have a ball?
Kirk jumps her with surprise when he notices Automite coming from behind him.
Do you have a ball?
Yeah.
What do you mean a ball?
An object to kick.
You probably have made one. You little genius.
You could have that would hurt your foot. Ouch.
Could I
Not a
make
small one.
Could it be a wicker ball?
It would take you a while, but yeah, sure, you could make one.
Nice. I'm making a wicker ball.
Okay.
Your project.
But you see Otamai. He's not too far away from you at this point, because he's taking a different way than you expected, and he's got a large mirror on his back.
Is the Baroness with us?
Yeah, she came back.
So
I
we
returned.
know the sitch with him looking through the rubble, right?
Correct.
And probably the dead burgomaster.
I returned. I found the house. It looks like all that was left of the dress was a sleeve.
Oh,
But if we all went back and looked, I'm sure we might be able to find more pieces of it. And mending a dress is a lot faster than sewing a new one.
that's fair. What's with the mirror?
It was undamaged by the fire and by the rubble.
Careful.
I will be careful with it, but I want to know what it does.
No. Be careful.
I wouldn't go back to that mirror. Doesn't seem right.
Kark taps his chin thoughtfully, wishing they had taken Detect Magic.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
I suppose we should look through the rubble.
You're all willing to come back? I mean, there's a gate down here, back the way I came, that was unguarded.
That seems like a good move. And why couldn't the seamstress just make the dress?
They said it was going to take too long.
The Baroness would have informed you of such.
Okay. All right. I suppose it's a good idea. Kark will get on his looking eyes and start going over.
And I will lead them to the house.
All right.
What time of day is it?
Well, we spent a couple hours digging through the rubble, and then like an hour going through town, so probably
like
5 hours after
midday.
daybreak.
We'll go
Yeah,
with that.
probably like midday, 12ish.
Okay.
We'll go with noon.
It's about noon? Okay, so we still have plenty of time.
1, 2, 3.
Noon by depressing time.
Plus the 2, plus the 1.5. Yeah. Pretty much, noon 30.
Noon 30.
Love it.
Okay, I will show them back to the Burgomaster's house that is destroyed.
The Baroness elects to stay, and the guards stay with her.
It's fine.
That's just fine with me.
And odd.
Do you leave the mirror, or are you taking it with you?
I'm leaving the mirror.
Yeah, that's probably
I'm not making another trek with the mirror.
probably not very light.
Yeah. Be wary of the mirror, Kark instructs the Baroness and the guards.
I mean, Yim, we can put your cloak over it. It'd leave my horns exposed, but we can play that off.
I think we should keep the horns covered.
Okay.
Need more cloak.
I have a cloak, but it's kind of soul-bound to me now.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Kark looks at his fancy coat.
It's very beautiful.
I'm gonna put my bedroll over it.
All right.
Oh yeah, that works.
Your bedroll would pretty much cover the entire glass bit, if completely unrolled.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And you make your way
I'll
back.
look directly in that mirror. I'll do it when we get back.
Real quick, what was it exactly that my cloak does again? I forget.
+1 AC and +1 to all of your saving throws.
Ah, okay. I already factored that in. Cool.
You make your way back to the rubble. We can just say you're there. Don't need to move yourselves. Everyone give me an investigation check. Otamai pretty much remembers where he found the mirror, at least the general area. The mirror and the sleeve.
I suck at investigating.
Is that very slow and robot-y for anyone
That's
else?
the worst.
No.
No.
Oh.
Cool. I actually did a good investigation.
Oh, nice.
All right. Belthor, you kind of get there, you lift a few pieces of rubble, but you're not really sure exactly the best way to search, so you mostly just stand around and do nothing.
Alright.
Yim and Otamai are able to find a couple more pieces, but nothing to really make a full dress out of.
Could we buy an existing dress from the seamstress?
It seems she didn't have a existing dress that was of wedding quality.
Could they modify it?
She could. You'd have to ask her, I guess.
With what pieces we have, that be possible.
You can attempt to ask.
Okay, we should do that.
Yep, back to the town square.
In the meantime, though, I'm a little nervous about us being here, so I got a little trick. Kark reaches into his pocket and pulls out some ashes and starts sprinkling them on the ground. He's using Pass Without Trace on the party.
Cool.
So we cannot be tracked.
Yay!
Yes. And
Except
also, that means I need stealth checks from everybody with a +10, I believe.
Yes.
Hope I don't get out a crit one.
Otamai does not need to unless he would like to, because he doesn't not need to sneak.
Oh.
I
Oh,
will
yeah, plus
be
10.
good with my roll.
I got a 34.
23.
28.
I'll just stick with the not roll.
Yeah, there you go. You guys are able to make your way through. Nobody's paying attention to even look for you, let alone see you. You make your way to the seamstress's place.
While walking, is there a shop that sells actual clothing, such as cloaks?
There would probably be one nearby as well, yes.
If it's along the way, can we stop there?
It'd pretty much just be like the next building or two over, somewhere
Oh, okay.
around there.
To the seamstress.
Hmm.
So are you all walking in?
Sure.
Um,
I'm following the party, whatever they're doing. I didn't see anything from the investigation.
Otherwise, Clark won't be sprinkling any ashes inside the person's house.
Yes, and there's... Yes. You're also not going to be able to sneak or anything in there, because you're going to have to walk through the door.
are there windows?
Yeah.
There are windows.
Are they bright windows?
Are they what?
Are they bright?
What do you mean bright?
How luminescent, or okay, how clearly can you see through the windows into the shop? Or is there a display there? Not like...
The windows themselves are broken and boarded.
Oh, okay, great.
There are numerous holes, though, to let in a decent amount of light,
Oh, but
as well as a
not easy.
candle on the counter.
Is it easily lit through though?
It is fairly lit in there.
He's asking if people can look through the room.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Can they
can
look?
you can peek through. You
But
will
if
be
you're
blocking some sort of sunlight from outside, which is fairly noticeable.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we just all pour in. Kark will make sure that nobody's peeking in at them.
I will go in with the pieces of the dress we have.
I'll give you the pieces.
Thank you. I will take all the pieces. I will go up to the seamstress at the counter and say, "Hi, I was here with Miss Krozkov earlier today,
Yes.
and we found bits of the dress. Is there any way we could mend it or alter one of the other dresses to make it of wedding quality?"
Oh, I have one, but I don't know how long it would take. It doesn't match. It doesn't match the pieces very well.
Yim pulls out a gold piece.
Kark looks on and says, "I have a little bit of experience with paints and funeral attire. I might be able to help with this."
Does anybody know mending?
I don't.
I do not.
I'm looking.
It's not a matter of money or painting. It's a matter of how long it would take.
I'm saying maybe if we could help, maybe we could lower the time.
The problem is, you know nothing about sewing, I imagine.
What would it be under mending?
Sewing.
No, the spell mending
Oh.
is a spell.
It's a cantrip if you have mending.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
1 sec, I might actually.
I pray you do. It's a good one.
It allows you to repair cloth. It doesn't allow you to sew it.
I do know
I
mending.
mean,
it'd make it so it's not charred or burnt anymore.
Yes,
Ma'am, I
you can,
can mend the clothes.
you can mend the pieces, but you don't have...
The sewing to put it together.
Yes.
you can still mend the pieces to make them into something more workable.
Yes.
All you'd be able to do is remove the char and the tearing, and other than that, it would look just like pieces of mist clothing, which you would have to cut up and change how it looks and all of that.
How long do we have to get this dress?
The abbot gave her a week.
Abbott gave us what?
The abbot
A
gave
week.
you a week. So you have
None of
about
us can
6 days.
sew.
Yim gets out another gold piece and asks, not asking for more time, but to make number one.
I don't have any other orders right now. People haven't been ordering. If that's what you mean.
No in 6 day?
No one what?
6
He's
day.
wondering if it would work if you could make one within 6 days.
I could try, but I don't know.
Is there anything we could do to help?
Mending cloth is not as simple as it sounds.
I'm aware, but I have very dexterous fingers. I could learn fairly fast.
I mean, he is a bard, so that's fair. Don't call him Jack of all trades for nothing.
She's gonna give you just a quick little sewing test thing, I guess.
Can I also try with my dexterous fingers and quick learning?
Yeah, intelligence checks, I guess?
Which
Rats.
ones? Intelligence?
Yeah, to see how fast you can learn.
So,
Doesn't count. Okay.
She'll look to Kark. You show some promise, but it would probably take longer to teach you than it would to mend the dress myself.
Kark looks sad.
Is there anything else we could do to help other than sew?
Well, you could let me get started right away, and I may or may not be able to finish within the time period.
So you need moral support.
No. Why so rigid on the time?
We
You
have
know
been
how weddings
split the
are.
town over.
There's a wedding in 1 week from now.
But wouldn't they get the dress before they planned the wedding?
Yim leaves a gold piece on the counter, but then
It's really
We're-
best you shouldn't ask questions.
Kark looks over at him. That makes him seem so suspicious.
Yeah, she gets a slight suspicious look on her face, and she's like, "All right."
Kark shakes his head. Look, I don't know the specifics myself. It's sort of a slapdash wedding, but one with a lot writing on it, you see.
We'll see what I can do.
Thank
Come
you.
back in 6 days' time. You'll know if I'm ready or not.
Would you like us to perhaps check in every once in a while to make sure that you're making as much progress as you hope?
order safe.
If you'd like, I don't know.
We really should just leave her to her work.
Yes. If you need any extra supplies, Karka also leaves a gold piece on the counter.
It will cost more than that.
Yes. How much do you think it might cost?
200 gold.
Kark.
Well, the
Does it-
Baroness probably has enough
Yeah,
money.
Kark does a sharp intake.
We will pay
Keep it
upon
not going
completion
forward.
of the dress.
Yim kind of gives you a slap on the back.
I cannot have that kind of a promise. Because what if I do not finish in time? Then I'm out to pay.
Then we will pay you half.
That's
We'll-
fair.
Half is fair.
We'll pay. Yes.
Pay you for your time, if nothing else.
Yep.
Give
I
me
mean,
give me half then. 100 coins.
Right now?
It is expected to pay me coin in order for services. Yes?
how long would it take me to get back to the camp?
Wait, no, here, I'll do it. Kark runs out and will pass without trace.
Okay.
Just very, very quickly.
I can move twice as fast as you, dude.
You can?
I can move twice as fast in the city between 2 points.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you go. Jeez.
I will be back in a minute.
I'm gonna move my
Okay.
token over. Just to.
Oh, yeah, good
Alright.
idea.
It's over here, guys. Yeah.
Um,
I will book it back to our camp to talk to the Duchess real quick.
All right.
I did not know that was a thing.
The Duchess hears the price, and she's like, "That's actually cheaper than expected."
It's 100
Yeah.
now and 100 when she completes the dress.
All right. She pulls off the pouch that's hooked onto her belt and starts counting off 100 coins. Takes her a minute, but she'll hand you 100 coins.
And I will run back.
All right, so you make it back. The other three would be able to tell you that she went into the back with the pieces and the spare dress that she had.
Okay, I will sit there catching my breath for a minute because I probably sprinted the whole way, and I will simply call back and say I have your half payments right here, right now.
She says, "Good, good. I'm just finishing this measurement."
Would you like me to leave them somewhere?
No, I'd like to at least look at it. It's 100 gold after all.
Alrighty, I will stay and wait.
Doesn't take very long. She comes back from the back and counts out the 100 gold. Takes her a couple minutes, but it is all there. Very good. Come back in 6 days' time, and you may or may not have a dress.
Okay.
Hooray.
Clark gives a nod and says, "Thank you very much."
Yim bows.
And
Also, Kark is very grim looking. I just realized he would have seen the burgomaster and his wife after coming in here.
You would have, yes.
Yeah, Belthor hasn't been talking a lot, mostly because of that kind of thing.
When Kark leaves, he'll leave this way and not look
That's
at them.
okay.
Well, I was gonna go to Cloak Shop.
Oh, he'll wait for everyone to finish their business first before leaving.
Yeah, I'll wait outside in the town square.
Please don't leave.
All right. So Yim goes and walks into a cloak shop, or
Or just a clothing store.
yeah, it'd pretty much just be a clothing store, but they'd sell like leather cloaks and jerkins and such.
I buy myself a cloak that's, yes, a leather one. That way it's weathered.
Just a regular leather cloak.
Yeah, how much?
5 silver.
Okay. What other cloaks do they have, perhaps?
You can get one that looks nicer. That'll be like a full gold. They have more of the slightly nicer looking cloth, but it's much thinner. More of a fashion cloak than it is a useful cloak.
Yeah, I don't. Does my cloak have inner pockets?
The regular leather one, sure.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
5 silver.
Bing.
Hooray.
I did Belthor come with me, or is he outside?
He'll come with you.
Did you want cloak?
Cloak would be useful. But, no, I'm fine.
Yim buys another cloak and gives it to Belthor.
That was generous.
5 silver.
There you go.
Alright, Belthor takes it, wraps it around his shoulders.
Pull up my hood and I step out.
And I'm just waiting.
Okay.
And so you make your way back to the Baroness.
Kark will also have his head up and still be passing without trace so that we don't get trapped or anything.
Good.
So that way we know at least where we came, but not where we left.
You make it back. It's probably around 3-ish.
I will tell the Baroness that the dress is starting to be made. She says, come back in 6 days' time, and we may or may not have a dress.
All right. Well, if I remember correctly, you guys had business, so I guess this is where we part.
It is indeed.
Safe travels.
You
Yim
two.
bows.
We'll stay here
Shouldn't
for
we
the
at
6
least-
days.
shouldn't we?
No.
The
Here?
Baroness is staying here for the 6 days?
Yes.
That's
No.
fine.
That's not a good idea.
Why not?
You see what happened in there?
Yeah.
This place is probably controlled by Strahd now.
Nevertheless,
Well-
it's the place with the dress that the abbot has asked for.
What if we stay?
It's only a 2-hour trip.
We should go to, you know.
It's a
I
2-hour
know.
trip through Strahd-infested lands with werewolves and other horrors.
Or at least you end up sleeping in a safe place instead of sleeping in Strahd-infested lands.
Or I could go sleep in the tavern, which is usually pretty safe.
It
Is it-
is. It usually is. Belthor just kind of like raised his eyebrow, and he's like, "Come on, let's go."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just really don't
What?
want to come back and find out that you're dead. Too many people have been dying lately.
We shall stay with and make sure no die.
We have stuff to do
I
too.
don't.
The longer we wait, the more people will die.
At this point, a young Vistanian boy walks up to you.
Just husband.
He walks up to you. He's got a large earring in his ear. His pants are all large and poofy.
I'll kneel down and greet him.
Kark stares at them warily.
I was told to give this to you. And he holds up a letter.
Who's he holding it to?
To Odomai, since he's the one that came up to him.
Oh, okay.
I will grab it and I will thank him for delivering the letter.
He'll
And
nod
I-
and then run off. Just run down
Sure.
this road here. Woo!
That's an interesting way to run there, lad.
Whee!
I guess I will cautiously open the letter.
Again, the other three know that there's a Vistani camp down this way, but yeah.
Yeah. Kark will just try to peer over his shoulder.
The letter itself, the envelope, has all four of your names written on it.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
even Automai.
Yeah.
And on the
That's,
back is a familiar looking symbol.
oh,
Which
is it
symbol?
Strahd or?
Strahd's symbol.
Okay.
Great.
I
It's
don't
a letter
wanna
from
open
our,
this?
don't have
It's
the
a
symbol for it, but
It's a letter from our favorite friend.
Ugh.
Do we want to open it?
I kind of do.
Then you open it.
Kark takes it and opens it.
all right.
I'm going to stand back a couple of feet.
Go ahead and read
Yeah.
that aloud, Mr.
Oh
Kark.
boy, oh boy. I'm gonna read it out loud.
Scroll down.
My friends. What?
Scroll down.
I know.
There is English text that's not scripted.
This
I see it.
Okay.
My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich. We're not going to his castle. Kark just like,
Belfort just dead in
Kurt.
the face. He's like, we should not go there.
we already know that there's another way out. That's what, at least that's what, I'd rather trust Casimir than trust Strahd, personally. The man who gave us rest and didn't try to kill us or cause
Yes.
pain to an entire realm. We're not going. Is that clear? Like, I'm not alone on that, right?
No, you're not.
No.
Good.
It's never nice to leave an invite unanswered, though.
Yeah.
It's also not nice to send people through a house that kills all your friends and call it a test in the end and kind of spit in your face.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, sometimes I forget about it, honestly. A little weird how everyone died and they're back, but I try not to think about it.
I don't either. Anyway, how are we supposed to send a message back to it?
Paper.
Wait, hold on. Does it have a specific time? No, it doesn't tell us when we have to go to die.
Oh.
This is true.
We can take a little
That's a
time
good
to do
point. We
that.
can do whatever we want in the meantime.
That is beautiful
Exactly.
calligraphy, though.
It is very nice, but I hate it.
I don't like the message, but I like the writing.
Just
You
knowing
can
that
like whatever you wish.
knowing that man wrote it makes me hate it.
True.
He could make the most beautiful works of art, and I dislike it still. In any
Alright,
case,
well,
we
I will
have
follow
a-
you guys in whatever you choose.
Yes, we have a fortune teller to see.
Yeah,
I
that
guess
should.
to the fortune teller.
He nods.
All right. So it's about 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Where is this fortune teller at, anyway?
They are over 8.3 miles away if we were to run through an entire forest and whatnot.
And mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, she's over by the Sarah River.
It's
Sarah Falls?
Sarah Pool.
Oh, even further to the right.
Yeah, just that little thingy.
Oh, and then I'm guessing his castle is the.
Hey, that big dumb thing right there.
Yeah, it's a boss castle.
It's a boss castle.
Yeah, yeah. So which way are we going? Just past the windmill again, this way?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
'Cause I
I will
don't
follow.
think we can follow the river, but we can
Yeah.
try.
We'd have to go over this mountain range and
That's true.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just follow the road.
And so you do. Do you go around the village or through it?
Valaki,
Yes.
I say we go around it.
Around
Wait.
the gate.
We should see what the mirror does first.
The mayor?
Mirror.
Mirror.
Oh, the mirror. Okay. I like the mayor's dead.
I'm gonna take my bedroll off the mirror
All right.
because I want my bedroll back.
All right.
Anyone know what we're supposed to do with this?
Maybe look at it and see if you can see a reflection.
Wait, we have the mirror still? Oh, gosh.
We haven't left yet.
Oh.
So you look through it, and it looks like a normal mirror. You can see yourself. You can
Or
see your
touches
backgrounds.
it.
Touching it, it seems to have a aura about it as you touch it, but nothing else.
Is it a malevolent aura?
That's unknown. It's not. Doesn't seem to be strong. Very strong.
It is magic, that's for sure. I wouldn't mess with it.
Whatever magic it isn't very strong, so I wouldn't think it's something to worry about. But it's also something that might not be worth lugging the entire way.
I know.
It's
So
true, I don't want it.
it could be something useful. Is there any roll I could make to see if it's something? If you could get anything useful from it?
You can try and use
Insight
an
roll?
Arcana check if you'd like.
Kirk will attempt the same.
Ugh.
Man,
There are many reasons that one may enchant a mirror.
But you seem to not be able to know what it is.
Pretty much, if you can think of it, there's a chance it might be it.
I'm scared that it's some sort of perhaps a teleportation mirror or something.
Someone throw a rock at it.
Prison.
It did survive a fire, so maybe it is just indestructible.
Someone throw a rock at it.
Yim throws a rock.
How hard are you throwing the rock?
Belthor is standing back.
Yeah, Kark, make sure he's away from the mirror when this happens.
So is Automai.
I'm not throwing, but I'm not tossing. So if I were to give it a scale, I'd throw it at a 4.
So there's like a flick of the wrist.
Yeah, just a.
Yeah, the rock hits the mirror and sort of bounces off. It sounds like when a rock hits glass, but the glass doesn't break. So you don't hear a shatter or anything. Yep.
Wonderful.
I don't know what this is, guys.
Maybe it's just an indestructible mirror.
Maybe.
A mirror +1.
You want to try and swing it? See if you get better attack damage.
Someone try picking. Someone strong try picking it up and swinging it.
Kark looks around for someone strong.
Yeah, we look around.
I don't know.
Fine, the bard will pick it up and swing it.
Belthor is decently strong.
You're actually
Belthor's not doing that though.
You're actually just gonna pick it up and swing it.
I'm gonna
Yim
try.
stands far away from the before he.
All right. Give me a roll.
For a strength,
Oh,
or just a d20.
Just a d20, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, sounds like your fate's up to luck now. Ooh.
You just
These
start
electronic dice are like gonna kill me one day.
you just pick it up and you start flinging it around. It eventually just slips from your grasp and lands in the grass.
Can I try jumping on it?
Sure.
Oh, boy.
What kind of adventurers are we?
Perplexed by a mirror.
You jump and just land as hard as you can onto this mirror, and it holds your weight.
Like, if someone was looking in on this, they're like, hey, this mirror's magic. Like, throws a rock at it, throws it around, jumps on it.
Just let's destroy it as much as possible. Hopefully it'll do something. That's
It will
smart.
break. Is
Real
there any sort of
quick.
scuff marks on it?
Real quick.
Oh, no.
What am I rolling?
Hold on.
Oh.
Never mind. Yeah, you landed right on the glass. What else are you trying to do to it?
I was checking to see if there's any sort of scuffs, scratches.
Not a single one. Not even a scorch mark.
Okay, so it's probably just indestructible. Let's move on.
Alright.
We might be able to sell it, though?
Shall we hide it first then?
Maybe we could leave it with the Baroness.
She's went into the town by now.
Yeah. But we could, I don't know, maybe have Automai go in and sneak it to her or something.
Sneak a mirror that's bigger than I am.
You could put something over it and hide it in the cart.
I think the cart went with her.
Exactly. Sneak it in first. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to move big things around.
You can also inspect it.
That's a good idea. I'm going to try to inspect it.
Okay.
What should I inspect it with?
Investigation.
I inspect it with perception.
No.
Oh,
DC 5. Alright.
oh
Yim
seriously?
notices writing on the back.
What?
Oh,
No.
doesn't.
Writing?
Cart
You're kidding.
doesn't! That's why I rolled. I rolled to see if it landed on its glass side or its back side.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Are we still right outside Valaki?
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Oh my gosh, we haven't left yet.
It's
No.
been like 5 minutes.
Belfort
yeah,
just
it hasn't been that
realizing
long.
that.
It's only been like 5 minutes.
Yim, you notice
Alright.
writing on the back. What is everyone's languages?
I know Elven, Common, and Necromancy jargon.
I know Elven, Common, and Orcish.
Oh, I also know Dwarven.
Common and infernal.
What was David's?
Common, Celestial. That's it.
Alright. None of them. You don't know what the writing is.
Can I try to make a check to see if I can recognize the script to at least identify what language it is?
Yeah, give me an intelligence check. Nope. Nope.
We're bickering about what language it is.
Hart's just looking at it like, who doodled in the back of this mirror?
Yeah, I might know.
You know because it is a sibling to Infernal.
Ah,
The language is Abyssal.
Dang it.
that's not good.
Ooh.
Maybe it is a prison.
I'll let it guess, but
Does Automai make this known?
Yes, I make this known. Hey guys,
We should not have this
it's a
mirrored.
prison.
That's
Maybe-
a bad idea.
wait.
Maybe that's what I've been saying since the start.
But now we have reason to believe it.
But maybe we use.
No,
It
we're not
depe-
gonna...
We might be able to use it against Strahd, depending on what it does.
I mean, I wouldn't think... Wait, isn't there a thing about vampires and mirrors?
Yeah, Yim leans in and
Yeah.
points to everyone to kind of group in so we could whisper about this.
Yeah.
We should move further away. Bilthor whispers.
Hart will start lugging the mirror. As
Yim
the,
offers to help.
yeah, Yim has to carry most of it. Kark is exceedingly weak.
I'll let them worry about carrying it.
As we go along. So, but like I said, isn't there something about vampires and mirrors?
No, Jim, uses Elvish to say reflection.
Maybe it has something to do with, I don't know. Maybe Madame Eva can speak or understand or read Abyssal.
Maybe.
If
We know
if-
nothing about her.
maybe.
Either way, we should get to her as soon as possible.
Yes.
Agreed.
I'm down with that. Let's go.
Traveling
I don't know this
commences-
person, but let's go.
So you are taking the mirror.
Yes.
So
Right?
who's carrying this mirror? Because it's fairly large.
Yim and
Oh.
Parker are helping each other.
And the bedroll's over it too, so
Yes.
All right.
Great.
We have it tucked into a
Mirror.
bedroll.
I have rope tied around it.
All right. Give me a D20 roll, Trent.
Oh crap!
Oh boy.
Oh, let me put you back.
Like I said, these electronic dice are trying to kill me.
Ooh. Something tells me we don't get all the way there.
You get
Nope.
about an hour from. Well, you walk around the town and get an hour.
Sorry, I disconnected Discord. What happened?
I rolled a 3
uh,
on something important.
He was told to roll a d20, and he rolled a 3.
And then
Yeah.
Caleb said, you guys didn't make it that far. And so something implies that something is stopping us.
You guys are walking along unimpaired, completely unimpaired.
Hooray.
Kark, what's your
Until-
passive? Your passive perception is like 18, isn't it?
Yes.
His passive perception's amazing.
Yeah, because I'm a freaking
He's
ranger
a
and always
boss.
on the watch. Is there a way to modify that in the thing?
Yeah, you have to do it in the gear. Oh, you see him easily. You see,
cool.
just against the tree is a man caked completely in mud, and he seems to be trying to like hide himself by lying flat against the tree.
Kark just immediately, as soon as he's within sight, just stares at him like, what?
He sees you staring and takes off running into the forest.
I'm gonna prep for something.
Well, that's not good. I pull out my glaive. I start looking around for a place to kind of
is
like a
Ismark
better
with us?
position to fight in, like a hill or something.
Ismark is with us, right?
Yeah, Ismark's actually there, so he might actually take the mirror from somebody since he's actually really strong.
Yeah, I forgot about Ismark.
I'm strong too. I just don't
that's
want
the-
your mirror.
I react? No.
I am not associated with this mirror.
What are you doing, Gim?
If Ismark's gonna be holding the mirror, would I be able to go and shoot an arrow at the guy that ran off, or is that?
Don't shoot at him!
I mean, you can.
Why would I not shoot at him? He's running and signaling somebody.
He's probably not even intelligent, just freaking running away from people.
He
Wait,
does
what
have.
was he,
Oh
what was
my
he saying
God.
as he ran away?
He's went, oh, no.
He was just making random noises. It sounded like.
We're shooting at an insane
Let's
person.
leave him alone.
Well, he also had a crude stone axe in his hand.
And he's also
Some sort of
running away
native?
from us.
No, I'm sorry. I believe in this instinct.
All right, so you shoot. You shoot him. Roll damage.
Kark will, like, push him, like, what was that for?
The arrow thunks into his back, and you hear a. "Ah!" And he falls to the ground in the underbrush.
Kark will sprint after him.
Wait.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you get up to him.
I check his vitals. Is he still alive?
He begins to follow.
You get
I'll
up
approach
to him. You
cautiously.
reach down to check his vitals.
Oh, great.
When he swings his axe at you with disadvantage, actually, because he's on the ground. He misses. Misses as he's just wildly swinging the stone axe. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Car does not think this man was originally hostile, but maybe now is. Is there something Car could do to try to disable him? Like disarm him or something?
You can give
Hold
me...
on just a second, Kart. I will come up and tap Kark on the back and cast
shit.
Enhance Ability
Ooh.
and give him the Bull Strength. You have advantage on strength checks and your carrying capacity doubles.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Well, you're trying to disarm him, so give me an athletics versus athletics.
So do I get advantage on this?
I don't think so. It just says strength checks, or... thank you.
Well, athletics is part of a strength.
Spend strength checks. I think that's just a strength... No, it doesn't say strength ability check, maybe.
But it doesn't
Okay.
not say that.
Oh, finally.
Sure, you can have advantage.
I was gonna say, for a level 2 spell, if it only did ability checks, that'd be pretty underwhelming.
I mean... I
Oh,
don't-
thank goodness he rolled low.
I don't think he's winning anyway.
I got a -2. Don't give me too much credit.
You won with a 9. Alright, so yeah, you smack the axe out of his hand and it falls to the ground next to him. He's going for it if you don't do anything else.
Kirk's gonna try to pick it up.
Yim at this
Alright.
point is trying to get up to there with the spear ready.
Just a quick dex check to see if you beat him.
Normal dex.
Yep. He beat you.
Oh, serious?
He did. You got a 13 actually.
Does he not have disadvantage for being on the ground?
Not for picking up a weapon, no.
Oh.
For like attacking and stuff, yeah.
Um.
So he gets his axe back, but now he's sitting there looking at you as Yim has a spear pointed at him.
Yeah, Kirk like holds up a hand to him, like, "Don't kill him."
Looking at him, you see his eyes are wild and crazy.
Kirk looks back and says, "Can you speak?"
He tries to get up and run. Do you want to make an attack of opportunity, Yim?
Yes.
Alright.
I don't-
Let the poor man leave.
Non-fatal.
Okay, non-lethal. Go ahead.
Oh,
Roll damage. As non-lethal as you wanted that, you rolled max damage.
No.
How much damage have you done to him total?
We dealt like
9.
9 and 6.
8.
9
8
and
and
8.
9. 17.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll say it was like a quote-unquote narrow miss. You scraped some mud off of him.
Well, can I hit him just with the butt of my spear then?
I don't think you have that feat.
so wait, is he down?
He's running again, unless you want to chase him down and attack him.
Kirk does not.
Don't forget, Kark, you do have the Bull Strength on you.
Just
I
grab
mean,
him.
I guess I'll try to grab him.
Alright, go ahead and try and give me a tackle. Athletics versus athletics. He does not have disadvantage. There we go.
I was not the person to give advantage on strength.
You were the one right there, okay?
He
That's true,
hears
that's
you
fair.
come. He hears you coming, and swings like the butt of his axe back and slams it into your face. You fall to the ground, and he just takes off.
Kark like storms over to Yim. Since when were we the bad guys?
What's bad guy?
You just attacked some random guy.
Well, he did
You
look
could've killed
fairly
him.
tribal-ish. I don't know.
That doesn't make him evil.
Well,
make him even
how do you know he wasn't going back for more people?
Tribal?
We
Kill
were
us.
just traveling. You wouldn't know where we went.
It's true, but also maybe he had more people in the woods close by, and he was just going to get them.
Or maybe he was
Bush.
just running away. He was retreating.
Or maybe he wasn't.
Can I make a investigation or perception check to see if there's anything else nearby?
Go ahead. Survival if you're looking for tracks.
What way did he go?
Investigation if you're looking for anything else. He fled that way.
I'm just saying we can't make rash decisions and kill random people just because they might be evil.
I'm sure it will be okay. Let's just continue on our way.
Yim, looking around, can see tracks that seem to be from a solo person who's been walking around here for a couple hours, maybe.
The
Uh-oh.
scout.
Way to go, Yim.
I'm not going to let ourselves become the monster here. That's what Strahd probably wants.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
I know we'll be fine, but we can't let this happen again.
You're getting upset.
I am very
Right.
upset.
Try calming down.
No.
There's no
An innocent
reason
man
to be
nearly
upset
died.
right now.
Kark is upset. I'm not out of character. I'm okay with this. Kark, this goes strictly against Kark.
Balthor's
moral
trying to
code.
calm Kark down. He's
Hon-
like,
honestly,
"He's a
I think-
stranger, we don't know what his intentions were.
Honestly, think Ismark comes up and starts defending Kark. Like,
my
it's,
gosh.
like he's right. We didn't know what he wanted.
Okay.
Everyone out here is trying their own way to survive Strahd's terribleness. Maybe this is his way.
He seemed mad.
Yeah, a little bit crazy.
Yes, madly, but safe in a way.
Safe as in he didn't come towards us.
Yeah,
You know what? You're right. We shouldn't have done that.
and we shouldn't from now on. Like, that was terrible. If I saw that happen and I was a third party, I would have assumed that we were the bad guys, and I don't like that.
I agree.
The bard is just sitting here listening to all this going on. He's not been with you guys long enough to care, really.
That's fair.
No morals of his own.
I have morals. It's just I haven't been with you guys long enough to know what side to choose.
Kark will
No.
shrug and say, just don't let it happen again. We have to get going.
Yim gives his gesture and bows and continues.
I'll pat Yim on the back and say he did nothing wrong as we go.
All right,
Of course he did nothing wrong.
give me another D20 check.
Who?
Ooh.
We'll say Josh.
Oh,
Good.
wow, so much better.
I know.
You come across the place where you can see the entire valley here. You can see the lake. You can see the town of Valaki, and you can see just down a little bit is a windmill.
Yeah.
I vote we camp outside. I don't trust windmills.
It's about
That's that windmill from earlier.
it's about 6 p.m.
Khavdid.
I mean, we could easily make it to the Vistani camp by the end of the night, right?
Hey guys, I have
Probably.
tiny huts.
You have tiny hut?
I have tiny huts.
Oh, well, we should use that.
I mean, we can literally camp right here if we want to.
I guess the problem is that we're still in the middle of the Strahd place. Like, that doesn't prevent people from coming in, does it?
It does. Anyone I do not designate cannot come in, and magic cannot pass through it.
Tiny hut is way better than I thought. Let's use tiny hut.
We can camp right here and tiny hut it.
Let's get a little further from the windmill, though. I don't want to wake up and have, like, garbage in our door.
I don't
Yeah.
want a monster eating. Yeah.
It it won't be able to eat us, Yim. Nothing can get in.
Cool.
That's why I took tiny hut.
Neat.
So where you're gonna continue going? Because you
I
have
say,
like
we,
you have at least 2 hours before nightfall.
I say we keep going.
I say we at least get, like, down to here. Maybe,
So
like,
we're-
outside the Vistani camp, like, down here. Because I don't fully trust the Vistani, so maybe, like, up this hill a little bit. That's just
Is
my
there-
opinion, though.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
It's called Lehman's Tiny Hut, right?
Yeah, do you want me to post a little thing for it? I got it saved.
Oh yes, please.
Hmm.
Up to 9 medium or smaller creatures. Oh, it's like just a magical dome.
Yep.
No place like dome.
That's a ritual too.
Yeah.
Takes a
Tiny
minute.
hut, everything.
But you are continuing on for now, right?
Yes. I think we agreed to go to here if we could,
As
and
far
then
as we
hut
can.
there.
Yeah, as far as we can, and then we'll tiny hut it.
All right.
Unless I don't want to camp at the Vistani camp. I think we got lucky with the last one. I don't know if I trust these ones.
I'm
Just-
going to give this description again since
yeah.
Trent hasn't heard it. You start walking up and you find yourself in front of a large gate. Ahead of you, jutting out from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming in the gray fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying in the weeds at their feet. They greet you with silence.
That is awesome description.
Do we have a picture for it?
There is. It should be shared with you, however, I can force view. There you go.
Yeah.
That is one big wall.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this one.
He's nice.
Bills
In
were
we
kind of
go.
nods at it as if, nodding at like an old friend or whatever. He's like, "Oh, you again."
Tommy
Shall we-
would have been through these once or twice at least
Okay.
with his previous party.
So I've seen
Oof.
them. They're nothing new. Hello, old friends.
Have we even asked Tommy or Automai about his background?
No, probably not.
No, you haven't.
Not
I think-
really.
Kark's gonna do that. He's gonna be like, so why are you in Barovia anyway?
I got sucked in one day, just like you guys.
Alone?
I had a party with me, and unfortunately, they all died.
Even
Oh,
with your
I'm-
wonderful tiny hut spells.
I didn't have that at the time.
Oh, well then.
Was it house?
I'm very sorry about that.
It was very sad. We got surrounded by werewolves, and
Oof.
I alone made it out.
It's alright, you don't need to keep reliving that.
I hope your survival was good luck in not just extending the torture.
Thank you.
All right. You make your way towards a fork in the road. One leads towards the castle, the other leads down back into the Barovia proper. However, even here in the mountains, the forest and fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening to the east. There you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare.
Oh.
Parked at the fork in the road, pointed east, is a large black carriage drawn by two horses.
Oh, what?
The horses snort puffs of steamy breath into the chill mountain air, and the side door of the carriage swings open silently as you approach.
It's Strahd
Kark
expecting
will
us.
take a turn and head down this way.
Gimbo.
Does anybody come out of the carriage?
Nobody comes out of the carriage. It's as if it's waiting for you.
It's
Not
Strahd's
bad.
This is
invite.
obviously our invitation.
And we are still claiming to the fact that it didn't say when we need to be there. We have other
Sure.
pressing matters.
I'm not sure Strahd will see it that way.
No,
But yeah.
It's his fault for writing an specific letter. He should have seen it coming.
I'm assuming with how he acts, he's expecting us to respond promptly.
Letter.
Yes.
Write and have carriage deliver.
Oh, I guess that's a good idea. Kark will pull out a letter, or I guess, let's see, does he have any paper? He probably has a blank piece of paper in his book, his journal with missing pages. He'll pull out one and start writing a letter to Strahd detailing We'd love to go there as soon as possible, but we have some other things to do in your wonderful, lovely land. We'll be sure to attend your castle eventually.
After
As
which
soon
all of our
as
pressing matters have
possible.
been established and taken.
I don't know if that's a good idea, because then he might assume that we're saying that he's not important.
Yeah, that's why I
true.
should say as soon as possible.
Yeah, he'll say as
Because
soon as we can.
That makes him, it's like as soon as we can. There you go.
Okay.
That's much better.
Kark
Because we
will,
don't want him
We're
to
gonna
be
die,
like,
guys.
what?
You're gonna
They're just
kill
gonna
us.
not.
It's all about the wording.
It is
Kark will fold up the paper.
Can I roll a Can I roll a persuasion to do some better words than what he wrote?
Oh yes, please.
Can I try that, DM?
Can we say
Yes.
Wordplay.
Roll it.
yeah? Kark will have, if Automai so desired it, Kark would have just given the letter to him to write it.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're debating
Automai,
on you.
Automai hears what Kark's going to write, and he's like, no. Let me. And writes a very beautiful letter about how they wish they could be there, they just can't, but in a better way than that, because I'm not great at that on the spot.
Yeah.
Dearest Strahd,
Dearest Master Strahd, we thank you for the invite, but unfortunately we are indisposed of at the moment.
You would not want to address him as Mr. That is very offensive since he is a king.
I said Master.
Oh, they said Mr.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh
I
no.
said
Mr.
Dearest
Strahd.
Master Strahd.
The second you say Mr., the rest of the letter is out the window.
Yeah, so we-
Dearest Master Strahd.
The Kark
And
takes
with your 22
the
persuasion, you'll probably realize that.
Kark takes the letter and kind of like I don't suppose anyone has an envelope.
Yim offers a wax press.
How specific? Anyone know how to fold an envelope?
Do you have wax for the wax press?
No.
Anyone have a
wax press.
candle?
Where did you get wax press?
I carved it.
Oh, okay.
I have a torch.
All right. I think we'd be best to leave this just as a note. Unless I guess I could try to fold an envelope. What would I roll even to fold an envelope?
Dexterity, I guess.
Do you want me to try that again? I've got the better dex.
String.
Do you have the better dex?
I have +6 to dex.
Oh, how?
I pumped all of my points into dex and charisma.
Okay, yeah, here you go.
How did you get +6?
You can't have higher than 20.
I have a 16 +3, and then I have proficiency.
Well, no. This would just be a regular
Oh.
dex check.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still +3.
Oh, I have a +5 then.
Oh, go for it then.
Oh, then you do that.
Kark will do his dex check to fold it, like an envelope. Not advantage, but still a 24.
Still 24. It looks pretty convincing. Do you have anything to adhesive it down, or?
He is Mark. Do you have any candles or anything?
Ismark's bag? I don't think he does.
You might be able to melt
How
some
many
wax
candles?
off of one of our water pouches.
Water
Water
skins.
skins. Because they're wax sealed so that the water can't get through.
That's true.
Then you just
Is-
ruin one of your pouches.
Yeah.
That's true.
We really just need like this one last thing, and then this will be perfect.
Maybe bound
Doesn't
with
have a
cloth.
I mean, I have a mouse tail.
Ismark has a candle.
Ismark, you're a genius.
Yes.
Already.
Kark takes it and like lights it and starts melting a little bit. What is the shape of Yim's wax press?
It is the shape of a paw print.
Adorable.
But is-
Kark will
Yes,
seal the envelope.
It's decent for a makeshift out of the blue letter.
All right.
Yay.
So should I just throw this into
It's
the wagon, or?
I don't know.
Is there a way
No.
to toss it on the seat and
Sorry.
shut the door?
I don't know if I'll shut the door. I don't want to touch that thing, but I can toss it in there.
Then use your spear to close it. Someone use your spear to close it.
All right, I'll go and try to toss it in. Kark kind of like inches closer to the carriage. He'll peer into the doorway. Is there anyone in there?
It's a very lush, velvety seats. Looks very comfy compared to everything else that you've slept on or sat on.
So inviting.
Yeah, Kark kind of like has a split second of like, oh, I want to sit in there, but he's like, no, this is Strahd's carriage. That's a bad idea.
It'd be a nice place for a nap, potentially.
Hmm.
Okay, what should I roll to toss this envelope in there?
You just toss it in.
Okay, cool.
The envelope lands on the seat.
And then he'll use his sword to close the carriage door and head off.
As the carriage door closes, the horses start clop, 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 clop down the cobblestone road.
Now
Okay.
everyone run for your lives.
Yeah, Kark runs over and goes, okay, go, 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 go.
Yeah, can we attempt to hasten our pace?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
wasted probably about a half an hour trying to do this.
Yeah.
Probably.
So it's about a half an hour until sunset.
Let's go as far as we can in a half hour.
Yeah.
In a clear spot.
I think it'd be best if we at least get across this bridge so we're not like within eyesight of the castle.
Half
I
an
can
hour
do-
takes you just before the bridge.
I can tint the outside of the dome to match stuff.
That's true. Oh, so you can make it like
Like a rock.
disguised. That's
Yes.
awesome.
It's one
Tiny hut is
solid
awesome.
color, but yeah.
Oh.
So I could make it like a dark green if we decide to go under trees, and we could potentially blend in with the grass and the leaves.
That
It's,
sounds good to me.
it's basically like in Skyrim when you look at the water and the texture's not quite right and it's just a solid blue.
Yeah, but you don't always realize it at a passing glance.
Not always.
How long
Yeah.
would it take us to cross the bridge?
An extra 10 minutes at most.
Yeah, we could travel 10 minutes at sundown. I think it's safe to get there. I feel
Yeah.
a lot safer across this threshold.
Okay.
Across the threshold we go.
All right, you get to the bridge as the sun starts finishing its setting. I'm going to give the description of the bridge. The road here ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley.
Kark trots across.
I'll follow.
Alright, you're just
We
on the other
all
side of the
go.
bridge.
And I'm going to cast tiny huts.
Alright, you plop down in the center of the path, cast tiny
Nope,
hut.
nope. We moved to the side of the path.
Shall we move to the trees?
Yes.
Off the path
That's a
under
good idea,
somewhere.
You move to the nearby tree line.
What kind of color is the grass?
It's sort of a deep green from overwatering.
Then deep green, we make the time.
So deep green also make it.
Deep green, dark deep green,
Yes, a very dark deep green.
so that
Almost
it.
black. But
The
still a little bit.
deepest, darkest of greens.
There you go. I like that.
Be wary. The darkest of greens tracks the greenery.
The triumphant fall. The triumphant pride precipitates dizzying green.
Alrighty.
Uh,
And the tiny hut is made.
Takes you a minute. You're all unrolling your bedrolls. Somebody does a quick run for firewood or something. Oh, firewood's not a good idea.
No, we can't leave it.
I'm the only one who can't leave.
Everyone else can go in and out as they please.
Creatures
said
and
firewood's
objects
not a
within the
good
dome,
idea,
when I
so I'm
cast a
gonna
spell,
go with
can move through it freely.
You just
So
can't.
anything can move through it,
You
other
wouldn't
than
be
me.
able to come back in. As well as I don't know if smoke can get out. So you
This
wouldn't.
says creatures can't enter, right?
Yeah, creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
I don't think air is an object, because then anytime you use it, you'd literally just suffocate.
Well,
Yeah.
it creates its own atmosphere inside of it. So
Yeah, we can
It
burn
does.
it for oxygen.
Objects within
So
the dome.
you wouldn't even
cast
need
can-
a fire because you can make it warm.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Could you
It's
make it a
comfortable,
dance party?
dry,
in here?
regardless of the weather.
What was that?
Make the light strobe so we can do a dance party.
I don't think he can choose the color of the light, only if it's on or off.
Strobes are still pretty party.
You could just turn it on and off over and over again.
Yeah.
You can only do dimly lit or dark, so it's like slightly lamp, slightly light, no light, slightly light, no light, slightly light, no light.
That's a strobe, man. It's just not blinding.
Yeah, that'd actually be probably a healthier strobe.
You're a bard. You can make some cool music too.
Well,
Alright.
as soon as I get
Well,
Tiny Hut
concentration.
made, I will play some music to put us all to sleep. Help us feel a little bit more relaxed.
And you do so.
I guess someone should still keep a watch, maybe a little bit. I mean, even with this super protective hut.
Yin doesn't necessarily fall asleep. He just sits and starts
Oh.
wickering his basket to
That's
make a
true.
bomb.
Yum could stay up for 4 hours and then go into his trance, and then Cart could take his place since we only sleep for 4
Perfect.
hours.
I mean, even with the trans, I'm still going to be wickering, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm gonna heal the full with my last hit die, or my hit dice. I'm gonna regen from.
And I will use Oration, so add d6 to that hit dice.
It's alright. I only needed 3 HP, so we're good.
That's another thing is the tiny hut does not last the entire night cycle.
It's only 8 hours.
Oh.
Only
It
8
lasts
hours.
8 hours.
It lasts for as long as we need to sleep.
Yes.
A long rest.
Question.
So you'd still be exposed for at least 4 to 5 hours of night.
Could we make another tiny hut?
If I use another 3rd level spell.
If you do a ritual, you could just do 11 minutes casting, and then you won't use the spell
Oh,
slot.
that's true with rituals.
Yeah, I'll just use 11 minutes of casting.
Yeah, ritual is anytime you cast the spell, if you add 10 minutes, it does not take a spell slot.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
super nice.
I will add 10 minutes to the spell then. In
Um,
casting. Whatever.
during travel, did I have time to talk with Ismark about training and whatnot?
Yes, but you wouldn't have time to do it.
Okay, so it wasn't. I don't have. That didn't count as a training day.
No, because you
You
didn't
could do it in the
actually
morning.
spend time training.
That's true.
You can do it in the morning when we have 4 hours after we're all awake.
That's true.
And you'll be inside the thing, so you'll be safe enough, and we can all just move to the sides.
That's fine. Yeah, if that works.
Enough room for 9 creatures.
That's like a pretty large, sizely tent.
It's like a 20 by 20 at least.
That's plenty of room.
10-foot radius, so
It is a 20 by 20 circle.
Yeah, that's
10
plenty.
foot radius. So yeah, 20 by 20. Perfect. I got it. I nailed it.
good job.
Yeah, no, there's enough room as long as nobody like stands up. Just sits at the corners, I guess.
Yeah.
Can I lean against it?
No,
pass
because
through
you'd
it
fall
first.
through.
Okay, I can't have my
You're
back
just
to
gonna
it,
go right
so.
on it.
You would fall through and you wouldn't be able to get back in.
No, it's anything that's within it when I cast it can come in and out.
No, it sounds like that as
Yeah.
soon as they leave, they can leave, but they can't come back.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast a spell, can move through it freely.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, can move
Yeah,
just
through
can't
it
read.
freely.
As long as they were inside to begin with.
You wake up in the
Great
morning,
hours.
you do your training day. Kark, you can do today's training.
Yay!
Nothing seems to happen throughout the night. What do you do?
Going to
first-
Madame Eva.
Don't leave the dome yet. Let's see what's outside the dome.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because we can see outside the dome.
So Kark would have been able to. He would have been awake.
Yeah.
You'd
So
have,
here.
yeah, you would have seen nothing through the dome.
It's all
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
All right, I leave the dome.
Everyone out of the dome before I leave.
Park leaves the safety of the safety dome.
Leaving the dome.
And as soon as everyone's out, I too leave the dome, and the dome disappears.
Rip the dome.
It's a wonderful-
It'll be back.
All right, now we wait 10 minutes. 11.
11 minutes.
For what?
Oh, we already did the second one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it was a ritual. I cast it before we all went to bed, and so it was with us for a total of 16 hours, but we left after 14.
Oh. I see.
Cool. All right. And I guess we're just gonna continue. I mean, like, so do we see like two paths, two roads?
No, there's just a cliff there. There's nothing else.
Aha.
And I could probably sprawl my way down the cliff if I wanted.
1,000
Hello.
feet down, covered in moss and mist.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah, let's
then-
follow the path.
We follow
Yeah.
the Tesser pool.
You are not on a drawing page. Stop drawing.
Fine.
I thought that was Caleb drawing for a sec. I was like, oh.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was Caleb too.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Oh. What?
Oh.
I
Rain-
deleted my character token.
Oh, Yim.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I got rid of the drawing.
You
You
could.
expect any more?
I. Go ahead and
Oh.
arrange yourselves in walking order.
I get the rear.
Kark, which way is walking order?
North.
Okay.
Okay.
Kark
Well,
would
yeah,
be-
we're gonna say up.
I'm gonna remain towards like the safety of the group.
Bill Thor in front doesn't have a huge armor class, but he's gonna do it anyway. Hooray!
Where do you guys want Ismark?
I think he's in a good place.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more of a 10-foot path. At most.
Oh, I see.
I see.
Put him in front of Kark.
Okay.
It works.
But now my rear is exposed.
Boo
There.
How dare you expose your rear?
There we go.
While we're walking this day, Automai will take his hood off. Just because he wants to, like, let his hair down finally and let his tail unwind to stretch it out a bit.
Ah, yes, you tie it around your belt.
Yeah. It can get a little cramped sometimes.
All right, the gray is a cliff face going this direction.
Oh, great. Maybe Beller's walking on this side.
Automai is fine on the side he's at. I'd rather have the cliff than the forest. Or whatever's to our left.
Probably forest.
You never know what's out there.
My dexterity is hopefully high enough that if I start tripping, I'll catch myself.
Technically, traveling in dangerous areas with me means nobody is slowed down.
Yay!
Cool.
Wow! Your bonus movement speed to our non-treacherous terrain and my tiny hut make for the perfect combo.
It really does.
For traveling.
All right, everyone except Belthor, I guess.
What?
You start to hear the sound of heavy panting.
No.
Like a person panting or like a dog panting?
Like a
Like a-
horse spitting.
Like a dog panting,
No.
Uh,
coming from just slightly ahead in this direction here.
Does Belthor hear it?
Everyone except Belthor.
Oh
How
wow. Okay.
close is it?
Party.
That's odd.
Belthor, you have the lowest passive perception in the entire group.
Oh, I see.
I don't even know what my passive perception is.
12.
Mine's 11.
Okay.
How close does it sound?
That sounds pretty close.
Pretty close.
Everyone
as in,
prepare
like,
for battle!
Get off the road.
Kark will pull out his sword.
But there's mushrooms.
So we're rolling for initiative, huh?
Yep, you roll for initiative as a direwolf bursts from the forest.
What dire circumstances?
I actually got a good roll on initiative. I usually get actual crap. You guys know this. I usually get like 2s
Oh,
and
that's
3s.
right. I forget I get advantage on initiative.
How do I
Oh,
add-
beautiful. Oh, beautiful. That is. I rolled a 20 and a 1.
I
Good.
may have not had
Amazing.
How am I selected? How do I add them in?
Oh.
Whenever you roll initiative, usually you want to click your character token first, then roll initiative. That way it gets you added to the turn order.
Yeah, I forgot to do that. Sorry.
If you click and then roll, it'll add you, then you can just edit it.
Yeah.
So how do I?
So hit your token and
Yeah.
then hit initiative on your character sheet. And then it should,
Oh, dang. If only you got to keep that, but
Changed.
you change it back to
Change
23.
it to 23. Yeah.
yeah, you should be able to go and put your cursor over it, and it'll give you an icon to change it with. You'll click and type in your number.
It was a 23.
Sorry, I'm back.
It's okay.
The wolf goes last.
Ismark needs to roll. Here we go.
We fixed it.
Good.
Oh, so do I get to act in the surprise round or whatever? Because I rolled net 20.
Oh, you do. Oh, you do. You get act first.
Oh, is that why his thing was blue?
It's because I rolled a nat 1 on my other advantage, but I rolled a nat 20 on one of them, so.
You hear and see the direwolf burst through the forest line. You can act before anyone else can act. Mr. Acting during the surprise round.
Kark raises his sword and goes, ah! And activates a hunter's mark on it before running up to it and attacking it. Do I get advantage on this because it hasn't done anything yet or anything?
Nope.
I forget how flipping works.
No,
You're charging it.
that's a specific rogue thing.
Okay, in that case, he's gonna move here and try to ensure that it goes for him so that Ismark can help him flank it in a bit. And he's gonna ready an action to attack it.
Okay. Still in the surprise round.
Oh wait, so I get to go twice?
No,
Oh, okay.
this is somebody else this in the surprise round.
Oh, sweet. Then I'm gonna go.
Oh, what?
Oh,
no!
shiz.
No!
Yim, you feel something behind you and you hear boo. As
Yim.
something solid connects with the back of your neck.
Uh-oh.
You take 22 damage.
Hold on, just a sec.
Wait, what? It's a surprise round.
What did I get hit with?
Something solid you didn't quite see. But you just hear a boo, and then BAM!
It's a bonus action. I can't use it on this turn. Okay.
Mm-mm.
And then an arm comes around you and grips you by the neck. You take another 10 damage as something starts choking you.
Oh, that's nice.
Also in the surprise round,
What?
Chill.
this direwolf runs up and attacks Otamai. Otamai. You're able to see it coming and you fight it off as it's trying to bite you.
Yay!
Softo.
All right, regular initiative. Kark.
Kark will look over at Strahd and be like, "Why?"
What?
Apparently, my letter was not convincing enough.
Yeah, like, does he respond?
He doesn't seem to. He stares at you as he's gripping the Yim by the neck.
Does it seem like a stare of like "I'm gonna kill you too" kind of stare?
It's a stare of utter hatred.
Oh.
Oh, crap. We're all dead.
Okay.
Oh, we pissed him off.
So we did a test fight against Strahd before. We know for a fact that we're screwed.
Easy.
Yeah.
Should we run?
What potential thing did we just grab that could potentially help a choking ally?
Who currently is holding the mirror?
Ismark.
Okay. Kark will move over here, unwrap the mirror, and then nod at Ismark in a you-know-what-to-do kind of way.
Does Ismark know what to do?
I mean, they talked about how, like, pointing mirrors at vampires is bad or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, he knows what to do.
And Kark will ready in action to attack an enemy that approaches him.
Okay.
I'm so dead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay.
I have a plan.
Oh, to me.
How close is Strahd to me?
Out of my.
Well, you can use your
15
you have
feet.
a ruler.
He's
Yeah.
15 feet away from me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna dissonant whispers him.
Throw that in the chat, please.
It's give me just I will cast it as a second level spell.
Wisdom saving throw. What is your spell save?
I'm checking.
Should be at the top of your spell sheet.
Yep, it's 14.
14. Boop. He does it.
Passes.
Yes. Does he take half?
He takes half damage.
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay, he takes 46.
Go ahead and roll it. There you go.
That only did one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so roll
You gotta do
Three.
3d6 now. Or
2.
just- you can do that multiple times, I guess.
Sorry. 4. 2, 4, 10.
10. Fantastic.
He's his gaze goes from Kark straight to you, and he just narrows his glare even more.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I'll cast Cure Wounds on Yim. Also, as a second level spell.
How
Well,
did
it's
you-
not Cure Wounds, it's Healing Word, sorry.
Oh yeah, healing word. There you go. Okay, so it's a bonus action.
Yeah. Gains...
You rolled it too many times.
10. Oh, well, the first one didn't matter because he actually Cure Wounds.
Yeah, the first
Second one
two
is
were
the real
Cure
roll.
Wounds, the second one were the real ones, the 4 and the 6.
Oh, 4 and 6. All right.
10.
Doesn't he get a additive from my thing?
I don't think so. Does the bard have something like that?
Healing Word. Creature of my choice I can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Which it does.
Okay.
It already calculates it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you gain that much health.
Yay.
It's not much, I'm sorry, but it's something.
It's more.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Yay.
Strahd is gonna do a quick flick of his not flick of his, but a flex of his arm to choke even more.
Yay.
What? So he just did 26 damage.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
Should we just go to his party?
26 damage, and as you go limp in his arms, he just flings you to the side. Comes up and will do a punch to Otamai. Hits him for 27 damage.
Okay, and I get to activate Hellish Rebuke.
Is that incorrect? You get 16 damage, but you still get to activate Hellish Rebuke.
He takes 9 fire damage.
9 fire damage. You see the fire burns his clothes, and underneath you see his skin start to sear. But then you watch as the skin knits itself together almost instantly, and the clothes actually fix themselves.
I take 16 damage, you said?
16 damage, and he has now got you by the throat.
Dang.
I don't think you know how this works. This is my land. You don't go killing my bride, making it so, and insulting me by refusing my offers. Yim, death save.
We can refuse it.
Maybe we should go to his party.
To be all honest, I was the one for going to your party.
That is a success. Belthor.
We'll just use my radiance to start flying. And then we're just gonna go straight to Yim, fly over top everybody, and lay on hands him for 20. Or 25, I guess.
Okay.
You healed 25 HP.
Wow, now I gotta wait a whole turn.
Yim's awake.
At least you're alive.
Thank you.
So that puts that at 0. This is not good. I don't need bonus actions.
Use your inspiration for a bonus action.
No, I'm trying to see if like I have specific things that are Shield of Faith. Alright, I'll use Shield of Faith on Automai.
Okay.
Plus 2 armor class.
Anything
And
else?
no, I don't think so. I think I'll just stay here next to Yim. Flying
Right.
above him.
Just after your turn, Strahd is going to move himself up here, dragging Otamai with him. And that was that. The Direwolf is going to move forward to attack Ismark. Ismark is able to fight off the Direwolf.
This direwolf's not too good, is it?
Ismark is now going to start trying to fight the Direwolf with 1, 2, 3 attacks. The Direwolf is slashed a good bit, taking a total of 17 damage. Direwolf has started bleeding. This Direwolf is going to run up and also start attacking Ismark.
No.
Do we attack it?
No, because it didn't leave your
Broke.
area of effect.
But I readied an action.
he
Oh, you
prepared to
did. Go ahead.
attack.
Go ahead and make that. Yes.
I don't suppose it's undead.
I don't suppose it is. Roll damage. Boom.
Yeah, I still activated my hunter's mark on it, so here's that.
Saping.
As it's leaping through the air, you'd get a nice cut along its side, but it still is able to crit Ismark for 13 damage.
Ooh.
And now Ismark needs to make a strength save. Ismark makes a strength save. The direwolf. He's able to push the direwolf off of him. Kark.
Okay, Kark is going to look at Strahd and say, "It was my idea not to attend the party. Take me instead." Does Strahd respond
No, he just looks at you.
angrily?
Gives you the finger. With his eyes.
You are met with silence.
Can I see what Strahd's trying to do with Automai?
If you'd like, insight.
Okay.
At the moment, he just seems to be holding him. He doesn't seem to be doing anything with him.
Like, why did he move him over and stuff?
Just because he was holding him and didn't want to let go.
I'm starting to think maybe we should leave. The Strahd seems to be moving with exceptional speed.
Yes.
There is no leaving.
The fact that he was able to move in between people's turns indicates he has some supernatural speed to him.
Okay, Kark's gonna freaking step up here and get pissed off at Strahd.
Alright.
I assume if I would hear it, wouldn't count as flanking, right?
No, not while Odomai is being grappled.
Yeah, I could only wish.
Plus, that would
Yeah,
be leaving the direwolf's range.
Yeah.
Expose
I'll
the
go
mirror.
here. Yeah,
Well, that puts you up to advantage it.
Oh, Ismark. I guess he must have dropped the mirror to attack the direwolf. Oops.
I guess that
Oh,
would make
dang.
the wolf advantage against me. So Kark's gonna step right here, next to Automai, to hopefully get Strahd to drop him by attacking with his wonderful sword, with undead bonuses, I assume.
Against Strahd, sure, yeah, he's an undead man.
Yeah. Oof.
Undead him. Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't think that hits him.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's him.
I don't like that hit him, because
That's-
that makes me uneasy.
Your sword, you strike and you embed it into his chest. He just looks at you as the skin seems to be forcing the sword out with a strength much stronger than your own.
Beat him up until he stops regenerating.
Kark's eyes go wide with horror.
Regenerating? No. You haven't actually damaged him yet.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Kark's eyes go wide with horror, and he, I guess he starts to cry a little bit.
What is this thing?
Alright, so Odomai, you're grappled.
Checking what he's gonna do.
Oh! Nah, too late.
I'm up to any opinions, guys.
I don't know!
You have
Can
to play.
you cast any spells?
Yeah, do you have to be playing an instrument to be an effective bard?
No.
You can do oratory or singing as well, or even just regular casting.
Because I doubt you'll be able to break out of his grip.
Yeah, so not unless there's a casting that you can do.
I'm looking.
Ismark's being faced down by two wolves.
Oh,
Oh,
it's-
poor Ismark.
He's fine.
Real quick as well, right before your turn, Strahd's gonna go ahead and punch Kark.
I figured.
Because why not? He rolled a 14, but it's not telling me what the damage is. Excuse me?
14 to hit?
Yes.
It doesn't.
Well, it's a 14 plus his bonuses.
Oh, okay. Okay, it probably does hit. I assume it's more than a +4.
Yep, he does. I need to re-roll this. It's not giving me damage. There we go. 31.
Cool.
Get
That would have
hard.
KO'd me instantly.
He hits you, and the pulse of black light shoots down his arm into you.
Kark, like, staggers backwards.
Kark, what is your constitution like?
My con? Let's see, my con is 16. I have 54 health total.
How much health are you at left?
23.
I'm wondering, would Shatter work against him?
Probably not.
I don't know if anything works on him right now.
Saving throws might have.
I have a question, DM.
Yep.
If I were to cast Enhance ability on myself, could I then try to break the strength grip?
You can... It takes an action to try and break the grip.
Okay, so it would be a... Oh, do I go against something that gives him a disadvantage, though?
So whatever you do has to be a bonus action
If you want to try to escape the same round.
if you want to try and escape.
Okay, I'm thinking...
Is this just how it ends? Do we just die?
Is it?
Is it?
Oh.
It's
Disguise kit. Not disguise kit, I want disguise self.
what?
I don't know if that's gonna work.
I'm going to disguise myself as I'm being choked by Strahd.
Disguise yourself as Strahd. He'll never know the difference.
No, I'm trying to disguise myself as his wife. As his bride-to-be, and convince him to let me go.
I just
As-
imagine Strahd
as
turning
Irina?
away. And then he looks back just to see Automai with that
I mean-
weird glasses with mustache and big nose on it.
Disguise yourself to look like Irina. That's hilarious.
Technically,
I'm
he's
gonna give it
looking
a
right
shot.
here, so he can. I mean, I don't know.
If he did do that, though, I'm pretty sure if he's not gonna try to kill us now, he would try to kill you then.
If I pass my persuasion, maybe not.
we hear a snap.
You're gonna have to cast it if you want to cast it.
I'm casting it.
Whoa.
I'm gonna
Okay.
make myself look like his bride-to-be,
All right.
and I'm gonna try to persuade him to let me go.
You're gonna have to give me a deception check to see how good your disguise is.
Oh boy.
Ah!
And then a persuasion to try and get him to let you go. And yes, Nat 20 tells me that he's not fooled.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
get wrecked.
I'm then gonna use a bonus action to cast Healing Words again.
Okay.
On hopefully my savior to be right next to me.
Okay.
All right.
Healing Word as a 3rd level spell. Submit.
How long does it take to cast a
10.
tiny hut?
A
Well, I
minute.
could I could take one more hit from him.
Takes 1 minute.
Exactly like the last one that he did.
All right, Strahd's turn. Strahd is ignoring you two, and is going to point his remaining hand at Ismark. A gust of wind shoots forth. Ismark needs to make a strength save.
No, Ismark! Don't go off the cliff!
Ismark fails it by 1.
No! Yeah, I know.
And he's inside it no matter what happens. Anything, he's gonna be able to go through it like he wants.
So yeah, sorry. Ismark fails it. He gets pushed. Is it
No.
as much as I wanted? I mean, Strahd wanted. Who knows what I want?
I love you, monster.
Oh, exactly perfect. Thank you.
No.
Ismark
No!
goes tumbling off the cliff.
No.
Kark screams.
Ismark! Oh, the agony.
Yeah, go me.
Let me just make a couple things here. Oh,
No.
all right. His fate was
Husband, why would you
determined.
do this? 'Twas my brother.
Ismark goes tumbling
He's
down the
so good at
cliff.
trying to keep up the act.
Just keep trying. He was my brother. I just heard that.
Yeah.
I need to roll something to maybe persuade him to stop again.
Oh gosh.
Strahd looks at you as you say that and gives you another squeeze.
Oh god.
Oh.
No.
You take
So
another 20 damage.
And that knocks me down.
Of course it does.
And he just lets go and lets your body fall limp to the ground.
He lets the bodies hit the floor.
Strahd,
Bodies
Strahd
hit
will
the
then look at
floor.
all of you. Heed this warning. This place is mine. You are now mine. In the future, should I tell you to do something, do it. On pain of death. And then he turns to start walking away. His direwolf's going with him. Does anyone want to do anything?
Kark is going to run to the edge of
Nope.
the cliff.
I'm gonna go heal Automai.
Yim's gonna go to the cliff too.
He's gonna peer over. Is there any hope for Ismark?
How steep is that cliff?
1,000 feet below, straight down.
Trying
Into
to
what?
heal 5 HP.
You see no
heal 5
trace
HP?
in the heavy
Yep.
mist.
That puts me exactly to 0.
No, you go from 0 to 5.
Oh, okay, never mind. Holy crap, what the heck just happened?
What happened?
I was choked. I knocked out, so I have no clue what the heck happened
you're
after the push.
role-playing. I'm like, oh, I thought you were talking about real life.
Dude. Dude.
So you're just gonna keep walking away.
Yeah, they just walk away.
All right, we'll take the victories where we can get them.
That
It wasn't really a victory, but it was. All right, we'll take survivals when we get them.
I will, like, make my way over.
Looking down the cliff, you see no trace of Ismark in the heavy mist below.
Kark is just screaming into the mist.
Delthor still has his flying up. He can fly down there.
You have that for another certain amount of seconds, though, right?
I would say like 30 seconds or so.
Can you make a trip?
Well,
don't know if it's worth
actually, 1, 2. We only did like.
What's your flying speed?
We only did 1.5 rounds. So I have 30 feet flying speed.
Dashing would make you go 60 feet and every 6 seconds, and it lasts for a minute.
Yes.
It's 10 foot per second.
I can't do math right now. What's 60 minus 12?
60.
48.
I got that. It's 48, and then times that by 60. You can actually get down there, have a quick look, and fly right back up as long as you're going as fast as possible.
I'll do it.
Could you maybe grab his body if he's down there?
I can go down there, look. I don't have time to grab it.
What if I touch you and give you enhance ability so that you have bonus on strengths if you need to grab him to come up?
Bonus on what?
So, enhance ability, I can enhance one of your things.
I
So
don't
if you
know.
can go down and grab a body real quick, I can give you the bull's strength.
Well, the thing is he doesn't have enough speed. He's not.
I don't. Yeah, I would need enhanced speed, not strength.
Oh. While they're talking about this, I'm going to go and use not elemental attunement. Actually, yeah, elemental attunement to go and just start digging out footholes alongside of the cliff for him to climb up in case his flying gives out.
I assume I can't use Zephyr Strike on allies.
That would take forever, Brody, just so you know.
Well, I'll start from the top.
No, you would not be able to use Zephyr Strike on allies. I think it's a self spell.
It is self.
Also, there's no real time you have to take this, so David has
Yeah,
to
I'm
either
just
go or
going
not.
now. It's
Go.
okay. I'm just gonna go down.
You fly down below
I
the
know.
mist. You break through the mist and you find the splattered body of Ismark just feet from the water.
Oh.
Ugh. Alright, I fly back up to tell him what happened.
He bows his head.
I rolled
Kark is.
death saves for him. He did not pass.
Oh.
Wouldn't
I
you have had
land-
a few rounds?
I land with my
Falling?
wings
Oh, I
disappearing
guess
as
that
I
makes
get
sense.
to the top of the cliff. My head is bowed, and tears start to form. I just look at you and I'm like, I shake my head.
Kark is already bawling into his cloak.
And I will yell and scream, "Why another one?"
Is there? Did Ismark leave his sword? Did he drop it before he flew over the edge?
I'll say, yeah.
Kark picks up his sword.
It has his long sword and his short sword.
Oh my god.
Kark takes probably just the short sword because finesse and stuff. But he takes his short sword and also his long sword for respect, and like kind of holds them to his forehead and prays to them for a bit.
As the mists claim
Yeah.
another, we leave Barovia once again. Thank you, campers, so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to see more Outdoor Channel, check out some other stuff. Until next time, we'll see you around the campfire. See you, campers.
Bye, guys.
Hi.
Uh,